Да, я немножечко случайно ивенты пропустил, но я подумал, почему бы... Я могу, в принципе, и сам быстренько его пройти. Я понял то, что тут прям до хрена, ну и подумать мозгами немножечко довольно интересно.
Toodaloo.
Extravaganza again. Too much commotion for my liking.
Так, продолжаем. Я тут одну историю послушал. Ну, вроде как интересно. Что ты делаешь? Да господи. Бахра студент Даршана Хараватат. Некоторое время назад, во время полевых испытаний, он получил письмо от наставника, в котором тот попросил его немедленно вернуть некую вещь, которую Бахра взял по ошибке. Он положил эту вещь в письмо и отправил Даршан. Но когда Бахта вернулся в Даршан, наставник все равно его сильно отругал. Почему? Нет. Нет. Да, это то, что требовалось наставнику. Так сказано, что он отправился в письме. Значение этой вещи для наставника. Наставник не мог работать без этой вещи. Лишился бы наставник своей работы, если бы это... Нет. Нет, пошли отсюда. Наставник не получил письмо. Так это ключевое слово. Он не получил письмо. Когда оно было повреждено. А я, наверное, неправильно. Да, я, наверное, неправильно ответил. Праздник мудрости, который был организован всеобщими усилиями, успешно завершился. В награду каждый, кто устанавливал киоск во время праздника, получил исключительное разрешение на Дневной отпуск. Когда все разобрали свои награды, в коробке осталось еще одно разрешение на отпуск. Почему? Сразу понятно, то, что... А это скажет, не имеет отношения. А. Сука, один нерешенный. Ах ты ж... Так, два, это, возможно, это... Так, значит, я первый правильно ответил. И... Почему? Я же на первый верно ответил. Один верен. Два вопроса решены, но на один пока не найден верный ответ. На какой? Что я сейчас ответил? Последний. А если я выберу... Так я же выбирал это. Ладно. Меня было там рядом с Дорой. Ой, этой. Вот этой Дори. Блять. Какая необычная игра. Этого я явно в Геншине не ожидал. А если ничего не собрать? Интересно. Слизко. Пай, ты что такой грустный? Монету высосал не грустно. Ой, 50 очков это уже многовато. Все впустую. Кажется, у этого хоть не. Но я еще 2 раза пробовать это не буду. Сейчас меня зовут. Я вернулся. Все, добился. О, я поймал тайминг. Ай, почему я только 3 пропустил? Нихуя кабан! Бля, я хочу посмотреть, как он выглядит в проигранном состоянии. Вот кабанчик.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo.
В смысле? Так, Что будет делать рыба? Вы овладели ритмом совершенствования. Ёбаный рот. Это необычно. Я справился только на Святом Духе, блин. А. Совершенствие владения ритмом. Один раз ровно попал. Попытка не пытка. Блять, рыба умерла. Бля, кабан супер месси. Супер спермси. Кабан машина. О! Это же Лайлин. Чё? Серьезно? О, я могу фазу открыть. Фаза. Это же замечательно. У меня как раз таки фаза только в одном экземпляре. Я бы очень хотел ее созвездие. Кстати же, странно, что фазы не было в этих банках. Не, ну. По факту, анема никто не выходил, но все же. У меня фаза только нулевого созвездия. Хотя бы первый иметь уже хорошо. Конечно, слёжная. А зачем? А зачем мне зелье сопротивления? А, вот так прям. Ну давай Хутао Суперменси. Некстер ты меня отхилил. Ну ладно. На первый раз прощаю.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Блядь,
Order guide you.
гандон. Нама.
Game's up. Fun's over. Cross over.
А кто его отхилил, я не понял.
These are about to get dicey.
Да раз.
We'll have order.
Time to go. Busted.
This is order.
Game's up. Fun's over. Higher, higher, pants on fire.
А это я должен типа на время проходить? Чё? Не на количество баллов? А, я просто пройти должен. Ладно. В чем сложность? Ладно, допустим.
I can't wait any longer. Gonna be
Я
epic.
сейчас
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
начать. Ух, сейчас что будет?
Everybody stand back! Things are about to get done. Boba, get them! Let's light it up! You're toast! Torn to oblivion! Absurd! Nice and spicy! Quietly now. Gang's up. Teamwork is dreamwork! How eat this! Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! Gotcha! Things are about to get
Гача.
Going in! You're toast! Now you shall perish!
Я понял, что здесь националка не особо работает, потому что... Ладно, все на минуту. Враги... Такие.
What is the situation? All right, amuse me. What is the situation?
Alright, me, use me. Okay. Fuck.
Sure.
Time to broaden the horizons again.
Following orders.
New punch
Right
line
now.
today.
I will have order.
Grow, grow, grow!
You are not welcome here.
Shine down!
Yeah, ha! Share my knowledge!
Right here, right now. Emerge.
Everyone
Another
will
test
be...
subject.
A sight to behold.
Order guide.
Yeah, ha!
That's close
Temple
enough.
of Wisdom! Yeah!
Illusion shattered. Right now. Emerge.
Happy to oblige.
Torn to oblivion.
Your coming was foretold. Dance with me. Where the eternal
Come on now. Right now. Emerge. The show's over. Nothing lasts forever. Right now. Right here. Emerge.
Серьезно?
Quake.
Grow, grow, grow!
Кавер. Ну да, пошел я нахуй.
Something on your mind again? That's what.
Ладно, выполню я сейчас ежедневки. Господи, не в Надзуме. Да опять этот толк стрелять не умеет. Ой, Мико, а что тебе с ХП? А нет, Ганьюй довольно плохой здесь кандидат. Ну давай я этот отряд. Что-то я, конечно, с Ганьюй перегнул. Мысли, блядь. А хули она, блядь, упала? Ты дура? Нахуя ты упала, Калея? Нахера? Ты же забралась. Сейчас она не упала. Гениально. Почему так? Мужик, мы с тобой 3 года, ладно, год учимся стрелять. Ты научишься стрелять? Ай, блядь, охуели? Во уху-то
Adventure
ели?
time. Huh?
Не туда. Опа, курточка, курточка. Не то, курточка. Ура, лук ворона, я так хотел. Так ждал его. Да, наконец-то. Лук ворона. А вы не представляете, что я с ним сделаю.
We're way behind schedule.
Yes.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Сама ешь свою экспедицию. По полям едет синий трактор лям. По полям. Ты попал на лям. Прам.
We're way behind schedule.
По полям едет синий трактор к нам. Вот ты кто. Shit. Shit. Damn it. Ah. Damn it. Where is it? Ah. Единственное, где я сказал, что очень сложно. О, это случайно не... Стоп. Чё ты меня заставляешь делать? А нет, это архитектор. Блять, гонюй. Чем мне надо? Все удалилось, да? Нет. Подождите, я не понял. Хорошо. Как перейти в этот тестовый режим? А, можно карабкаться, значит. Я не придумал план возвращения, да? Гениальная просто. Проходимо, проходимо. Дальше вам ничего не надо. Понял бы я сразу, что можно менять уровни, так бы сразу и сделал. Ой, Изя, да вы мне сразу говорите... Как... а что ты высоко? Изя, хули тут так высоко? Что-то я слишком высоко расположил, можно исправить это вот так. Блять, нахуй я вышел. Блять, лучше бы не на треугольник сделали вот это в краю экрана. Через нормальную паузу начала. Блять, а ты что не прыгаешь? А, блять. Чё ты не прыгаешь? Не буду я тратить деньги на ваши постройки. И так справимся.
Next on the agenda.
Я же говорю, лучшие деньги те, которые удалось сэкономить, и почему опять пробил не сработал. Да почему? Я нажимаю прыжок, она не прыгает.
We're way behind schedule.
Да ну... Ты не могла бы пораньше, пожалуйста, планер запустить, когда я нажимаю на кнопку, а не когда ты соизволишь? Блядь, на миллиметр не хватает. Сюка! Ёкарный бабай. Миллиметрика. Да, хватило. Ой, еще меньше, чем в прошлый раз. Господи. Для начала. Нормально размещаем. Так, это для начала. Подожди. Так он же больше. Ага. Что-то так высоко. Немножечко не помещается. А. Нормально. Ой, машина. Ой.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Ой, Фаза, привет. Рад вас видеть. Блин, я сейчас реально выключу гоню еще одну. Или кого-то из стандарта.
There is still a lot left to do.
Так, подожди, а куда мне? Или мне с этим надо говорить? Гора Девентеки это где?
way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule. No touching.
Серьезно?
We're way behind. Next on the agenda.
Ой, те самые рыбы. О. Альшива. А это где? Здесь, что ли? Так, давай-ка сразу внутренние помехи устраним. Откуда... Что? Фига себе. Даже надо было так пальцем установить.
Time to go.
Дюна. Ага.
There's no
Happy
end
to
to this.
oblige.
Да пацаны, я подумал, вы помеха.
Next on the agenda.
Да мужики, женщины.
How heartless.
Последовал бы собой, собрата не умер бы.
That's close
Happy
enough.
to oblige. How heartless.
I'll be back.
Короче, если все по два стояли, надо было там остаться, да? Да. Но не видно было. Хм. Для этого надо позвать специалистов, я считаю. Специалистов своего
It
дела.
is as the star.
Позвать и не выбрать. Некий.
Too much commotion for my liking.
Ой, нифига тут. Ага. Нет, если не везут, эти сверху. А, не, вот эти вот так вот. Так я же так уже ставил. Человек. Ну, голова. Так а я же... Блядь, я долбоёб. Так, это, наверное, вот здесь, да? М. Подожди. Крио, Анема, Элект. Где Гео? Почему Гео нет? Ладно. А чё это? Не основной квест задать? То есть у меня тут вообще до хера. Я понял. Бля, если бы я не заметил.
A new punch.
Они же все сюда переехали. Ой.
Is it me, or are the bags under your eyes even darker than during the last round? Are you alright?
Thanks for the concern, Kaveh. I just haven't been. Even though I try to fall asleep, I can't get the championship out of my head. And before I know it, it's morning again.
I know the feeling. That happens to me too when I'm agonizing over my blueprints.
Do you have any tips?
To be honest with you, no. You could say there are many things that don't have a quick fix and can only be endured. I suppose you can think of it as something akin to an illness. Sometimes there's no effective cure, so you just have to let things run their course. I don't know what's stressing you out, but I can feel all the anxiety and pressure coming from you. The next round's about to start, so chin up and do your best.
Oh, okay. You do your best too.
Looks like everyone's here. I will now explain the second round to you all. There are 3 ley line. These devices can imitate the effects of ley line disruption and will constantly interfere with the environment. The first 3 who manage to finish this task will be awarded 4, 3, and 2 points. Note that each person may only bring a set amount of food and water with them, and that leaving the designated competition zone will result in disqualification.
Well, what do you think? Want to team up again? I shall consider letting you have the points on account of what happened in the previous round.
That's all right. I've been here many times, and in any case, machines are one of my specialties. I doubt this will be
It's good to see such confidence in a youngster like yourself. I also happen to be well acquainted with this place. But aside from us, you should remember that there's a favorite for champion. We must be careful of him.
A favorite to win?
Shh! Not so loud. I mean, he took first place in the previous round, and if he does so again this time, we may as well declare this competition over. I heard that you solved the Avidya Forest's leyline effluence problem with him not long ago. Since this round involves resolving a machine-simulated leyline
That's true.
He already has Kale, who is an excellent pupil. If he were to win this round as well, then wouldn't we just be letting him have all the fun? As his senior, it's my solemn duty to prevent such an...
I'll get going as well.
How are you feeling? I think I'm okay, but I'll take things slowly for now.
Is this all the water we're getting?
Sorry. That's what the rules say. While this round seems to be about how quickly you can shut down the devices, it's also testing your ability to survive in tough conditions.
I knew it'd be harder than I had expected. So we'll either need to find the devices as quickly as possible, or we'll have to save our energy and wait for an opportunity.
You're welcome. Please take care of yourself.
Well, there goes everybody. So, who should we visit this? Oh, right! Didn't Farozan say that Tainari's the favorite?
Я в за Лайлу следил. Да я не Тигнарий, я этот. О, Лайла.
Scorching hot days and freezing cold nights. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Подожди, это ты сказала?
Right. Let's see what stumped Daylight Layla this time.
Этого не было, кстати.
She hasn't touched the third year of old Starlogs yet. They definitely need working through. And there's a few charts to be appended to the midterm report, which... Yep, she hasn't even started drawing up yet. Alright, time to get to work. Oh, huh? What are you doing up? You should be asleep right now. Me? Sleepwalking, of course. I agree. I don't like having to pull an all-nighter to catch up on schoolwork either, but they just keep piling on the assignments, don't they? That's how things go here. So obviously I have to help her out. Wanna keep me company?
Это говорит лунатизм в ней, что ли?
According to my textbook, since I found something I like and that I'm good at, I think I should try and stick with it. Even if the journey is difficult, and even if the competition is fierce, and even if there's no guarantee I'll graduate, and if I don't end up staying at the academia after graduation, I think I'll come travel the world with you. What do you think? Oh, where's that glowing coming from? I could have sworn I turned the lights off before I fell asleep. Oh, it's just my vision. No wonder. Oh, wait, but didn't I leave this on my nightstand? Mona Magistus, the astrologist. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Lisa Minchie, the legendary
О, фамилия
Spontamod
Лизы теперь
prodigy
узналась.
who graduated in just 2 years. If only I had her brains. Huh? You met her in person when you were in Mondstadt? Really? So, what's her studying process like? What books does she read and what kind of work does she do? Where should I start if I want to learn from her?
О, у него прям все есть.
Oh, scorching hot days and freezing cold nights. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I feel a little faint. The sun's making me so sleepy. Okay, let me grab a pillow and rest my eyes before this wears off. It's been two days since I last.
Да кто такой ваш Сочини? Почему меня заставляют бегать туда-сюда? хайп. Блять, я это выполнял ради чего? Ради 100 монеток. Спасибо. Идите нахуй.
Hey! Huh? Weird. The locator says that he... Tainari! Can you hear us? You're right! Huh? Tainari, are you okay? Oh, so you passed out because of the heat?
That's right. I usually bring lots of water when I go to the desert. I went through all my water very quickly, and with the effects of the disturbed ley lines, I started feeling dizzy. My ancestors, the Valukashuna, were originally from the desert. But I guess this is what happens when a species migrates. They become intolerant of their original environment.
This isn't the time for a history lesson.
Humans. Such fragile beings. Your bodies can't even survive extreme changes in the environment. Here, take this.
Are you serious? This had better be just normal water. Hey! Paimon really doesn't get that guy. What's...
I'm feeling a little better now.
Oh, it wasn't just the two of us.
Found you at last.
Sino, you're here too!
I was concerned, so I came back to check on you. Will you be able...
The fur on my tail is so dry, it's practically been singed right off. It appears I'm not suited to this particular round. I should probably just return to Aru Village and rest.
Really? So...
Yes. I do have my results in the first round to serve as a buffer, so even if I forfeit this round, withdrawing now will allow me to conserve my energy. Continuing to push onward would be counterproductive.
A wise decision. Let's get you...
Oh, stop trying to be so polite.
Опа, Лайла, ты выиграла? Скажи, что ты выиграла. Лайла, мы на тебя ставим. Вообще, по идее, тут все обладатели глаза бога как-то. Она сверху, да? А, нет.
How are you feeling now, Tainari? Do you want to rest some more?
There's some shade here, so we can stop for a while.
All right.
Oh, Sino and Tainari. And you've got the...
Oh, him!
Yeah, the sun was too strong. What about you?
Unfortunately not. I'm not quite as capable.
withdraw?
I believe the rules do provide for such a situation. Al-Haytham did say that the act...
Didn't I ask you if you were all right before this? If you had just decided to withdraw then, you wouldn't have had to suffer.
Well, I had to try, didn't I? So I tried. When I get back, I'm definitely going to make a batch of sun-resistant oil. Next time I venture into the desert, I'll be prepared. By the way, you're Layla, aren't you? You don't look...
I did feel a little faint when I first entered the desert, but I feel a lot better after resting here.
Be careful not to put...
Don't worry. I'm just...
Feeling the pressure?
Uh-huh.
Your expression is similar to the ones I see on criminal...
To tell you the truth, I'm still not sure whether I have what it takes. Most people voted for me because of all the rumors surrounding me. And to be honest, those rumors don't really mean... Even the people who usually criticize me voted for me this time. So I feel...
So their expectations are put...
Yes. Actually, I heard that you were voted in as well, Tainari. How do you deal with it?
To be completely honest, I don't really feel any pressure. Firstly, those who expect things from you do not necessarily do so for benign reasons. On the other hand, those who do consider your feelings certainly wouldn't want you to push yourself. Next, we are researchers. Our primary duty is to interact with knowledge. As for me, I took part in this competition to advertise for an academic lecture at Gandharvaville next month. I'll obviously try my best during the competition, but I won't let any addition... I think you can also try to find a clear... I'm absolutely parched after talking so much.
I've still got some water with me.
No, I'll be all right. We aren't far from Aru village, so I can go the rest of the way,
Yes.
Hey, don't talk like... Everyone...
I'll continue searching for the Layla.
Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, I feel like it's been a long time since I first left my hometown to come to the academia, and every day here has been so precious. All sorts of complex astrological models, countless quizzes, and essays that took all my brain power to bear. When I was chosen as my Darshan's representative, it felt like another bold... Yeah, I think that's what you're our good friends, which is why you didn't stop him from...
That's right! No need...
that said, he did also say that he hopes I could have more concrete goals for... Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time.
True. We should go look for the others.
You could go see how Madame Farozan's doing.
Okay, let's go look for...
The night is cold.
Hey there, Farozan. Have you made any progress? You're just in time. Oh, you've...
Such a simple problem could never confound me. Not long after entering the desert, I discovered a primal construct that was acting abnormally. So I thought once I got near here, it suddenly disappeared.
You're a true expert, Matt.
Well, I do happen to have more experience than most. But that aside, has anyone completed this challenge?
Nope. Not...
Well then, I suppose I'll be the first. What about that boy Tainari? Oh?
He's not used to being out and about.
Huh. I didn't think he would have such a weakness. I suppose he... What about the others? Is that Ratawa his...
Tainari gave Layla some advice, and she seems to be doing a lot better now.
Sino just started his search for the disruptors, and as for Hat Guy...
And what about Kaveh?
Paimon doesn't think so, or are located...
Strange. What's he lollygagging for? With his skills, well, I'm afraid the most thrilling moments are already done here.
Чемодан.
Come on, stop following me! I already gave you all the food I had on me. You can cry all you want. I don't have any more food. All I have left is a hat. Without water, traveling in the desert will be incredibly difficult. Marak, can you help me out here? Keep them away.
Kaveh, there you are! Faruzan told us to come see how you're doing.
Just thinking about it makes me upset. Not long, I don't know why, but they didn't leave the competition grounds. And now the ley line disruptions have left them confused and circling around the area. The moment they saw me, they wouldn't leave me alone. They even cheated me out of my limited food supply. Hey, didn't I ask you to keep them away?
Kaveh, is this flying metal thingy...
That's right. This is my toolbox,
Your toolbox? Huh. It seems pretty fancy.
Sometimes I need to carry things when I go out, so it's handy to have a portable toolbox.
Well, this definitely doesn't look like an ordinary toolbox.
It's a long story. When I was working in the desert, I ran into a merchant group who had a machine core they excavated from some tomb. It was clearly from King Deshret's civilization. His technology, our current theories cannot explain such mysteries. Some time back, I wanted to make an automated case that could store my offloaded items. It can't understand commands that are too complex. Most importantly, it can't talk, so it can't give me any attitude. Oh, yes. Thanks for helping hide the fact that I live at Alhatham's place earlier. I hope this season of my life ends soon, so things just started going downhill at some point. Maybe it all started when my mom remarried and left for Fontaine. Or maybe it all started when I spoke to Alhatham in the library. Or maybe it's because constructing the Palace of Alcazar's burned through my funds. I'm still paying off the debt from that one. Oh. Now that I think about it, it's not like any of you asked to be trapped in a ley line disruption. Okay.
Kaveh, aren't you going to look for the...
Yes, but I can't just leave them. Oh, forget it. The more I think about this, the more I feel a headache coming on. Time's a-wasting. I'm off.
Kaveh looks like he's conflicted. He really wants to win, but he can't ignore those he wants to help. Paimon's always felt like he's the type who easily gets... Paimon doesn't mean this in an insulting way, but he seems like the kind of guy who'd be really easy to take advantage of. Whoa, someone's done already! Right? Wonder...
Что-то я не вижу Рекса и Сайна.
Verification complete.
Ooh, so Sino was the quickest.
I am from Spontamon, after all. We know a lot about ley lines, so finding a disruptor was never going to be part...
Since the Traveler and Paimon also happen to be here, do you have anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say? My friend couldn't. The bonds of yesterday will forge the road to tomorrow. With the ties of friendship, that's a line from King of Invocations, one of my favorite works. And it sums up my...
It might be a good thing that Tainari isn't here, or else he'd give Sino a good smack right about now.
Oh, wow. It's already so late. Everyone's probably running low on food and water. It only gets...
Something similar happened in King of Invocations.
Any thoughts on that, Alhaith?
I have no thoughts regarding King of Invocations.
Nero obviously wasn't...
Deserts are much more dangerous at night, so this competition should be nearing its end. At the moment, only Farazan...
I wonder who the next person to find a disruptor...
Wait, only 3 people are left? Tainari
He also forfeited not long ago.
Ugh, Paimon can't understand what he's but like Alhaitham said, this round's almost over.
Are you alright?
Much better. Aru Village's hospitality sure is something. 2 whole pitchers of...
If your throat's too wet as a result, I can provide some dry humor.
Сука.
No, thanks. Much appreciated, though.
Если надо прокашляться, могу рассказать какой-нибудь смешной анекдот. Опа, Лайла. Я же говорил, она идет. Она умная.
There's no end to this.
Так где она? Неужели наверху? А.
Hello again. You know, it suddenly occurred to me that you guys have had to do a lot of running. Really? Wow. The desert's getting colder now that night's falling, and the wind can really sting your... has anyone finished?
Sino's already shut one down. Have you...
I circled the whole area, but I didn't find... But I did have the chance to think some more about... Well, my fellow Ritawahist members must have all put my name forward for different reasons. But be that as it may, I believe and I want to live up to their expectations.
Huh? But doesn't think...
Of course, that comes with some amount of pressure for sure. But now I've thought about it, that may not sound like a huge difference to you, but it's helped me relax a lot.
Well, that's great!
Also, now that I've relaxed, I think... But the competition isn't over yet. Oh, Layla. She's really a bundle of nerves, isn't she?
Wait, you're...
Good to see you too. Ooh, it's nice to be out. Feels like I've been cooped up inside for quite a while. Well, since I'm here, I guess I should help her finish this. What are we supposed to be doing here again? Finding a ley line disruptor, was it?
Это же так не работает.
Let me see. Looks like she's basically gathered all the information she needs. It won't take long to wrap this up. Come with me, you two.
Do you ever get the feeling that the ley lines have a regular flow? Similar to the way that celestial bodies follow fixed orbits.
If we were looking down from on high, I wonder whether we'd find that the ley lines are just the reflections of the stars upon the Earth. Not all astrological phenomena can be directly observed. Some are deductions based on other details that we know. It's the same situation with the ley lines. The parts of them that are hidden underground can be identified via elemental energy, sound, and other
Это больше
phenomena.
похоже на раздвоение личности, а не на лунатизм. Обычно вроде как при лунатизме люди не разговаривают.
Plus, now that someone has shut one of the disruptors down, the contrast between before and after can provide me with further information still. Let me see. It should be here, I think. This should be it, right? I'll turn it off. That's
nice work!
Again, I didn't do any of the real work. She'll probably wake up soon. No doubt she'll be a little disoriented at first, but once she's got her bearings, she'll go and report. Will you be staying here?
Oh, time to check our locator. Whoa.
Perhaps they're about to find the last disruptor. Also, speaking... Before the second round, he had a chat with the other me. He said that worries can be like illnesses. They don't always have a magic cure. Sometimes, but the way I see it, his situation is much worse than my other self's. She just hadn't found what she wanted to do at the moment, which is why she felt lost.
Я заметил то, что когда Лайла не спит, она разговаривает очень устало, а когда она лунатик, она шепелявит. Лол. Кстати, занятно.
Kaveh, meanwhile, knows what he wants to do. He's convinced that he has to win, and yet he doesn't have a second personality, but somehow he still seems that he's at odds with himself in some way. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like he's smiling on the outside, but still, who knows? He must be more experienced than me. But back to the topic of wrapping up.
Oh, true. Kaveh and Baruzan were super confident at the start, but it turns out they're the last ones to find the disruptor. But between the two...
Чего они... Ладно.
Scry the sky.
Подожди.
My legs are so sore. Guess I must... the weather... Did you get enough sleep? I'm going to... Right. Let's see what stumped Daylight Layla this time. She hasn't touched the third-year-old Starlax yet. They definitely need working through. Since I agree. I don't like having to pull an all-nighter to catch up on schoolwork either, but they just keep piling on the assignments, don't they? That's how things go here. So, if I don't end up staying... the chief editor... Mona Majest... Dory... I took the plunge and bought something from her once. She looked euphoric as I was settling the bill. I think she assumed I was some sort of mega-rich person. Kept relentlessly sending product ads to me in the mail afterwards. Biggest mistake of my life. I paid such a huge price for it. 'Cause not only did I spend all of my scholarship money in one go, but for most of the next year I had to survive mainly on cheap vegetables. And I couldn't buy textbooks unless they were on sale.
Бедная Лайла.
The General Mahamatra is really good at Genius Invocation TCG? Oh, I wonder if... I mean, if I ever got the chance, maybe I could play a game with him. Card games like Genius Invocation TCG are always... I bet some... Dear my... As Professor, I'm not natural. Dear mighty God of wisdom, I've been studying late into the night for days on end. Please let me pass this exam. Please. Please. I'm not my relation. Almost all of Sumeru's best and brightest have attended the academia. Shh. Be quiet. Don't wake her up. Just let her sleep peacefully. Who's her? Well, a very weary Layla who's constantly stressed about her schoolwork, of course. And me? I'm Layla too. I've heard people say she thinks a blessing from the stars is the reason why all of her outstanding schoolwork gets magically finished while she's asleep. She has absolutely no idea. Drawing star charts is really tiring. I slept every night. Someone once told me about a mysterious merchant who was selling real...
Прикольный факт, что она начинает так делать только после того.
Finally found it.
Kaveh?
Oh, Madame Faruzan. And here I thought you...
Faruzan! Kaveh! Oh, looks like Layla.
I didn't expect that you and I would find a disruptor at the same time.
Tainari and Hakai forfeited, while Sino and Layla are already done. Huh? That's weird. Didn't you start digging really early on?
Yes, I kept digging, but instead of finding a disruptor, I fell down pretty deep and it was completely dark in there. It took me quite some time to unlock the various mechanisms and return to the surface.
Déjà vu?
Finishing a week's worth of trials in such a short time.
What about you? Why are you so...
I encountered a lot of lost desert foxes along the way, and I brought them to the outskirts of the competition zone. When I woke up, it was already night. I used the last of...
A most curious reason indeed. But are you sure you're all right? It sounds like you were in an incredible... You said you were familiar with the desert. But the way you handled problems...
It was problematic, but that had nothing to do with me being a genius. The way I did things wasn't optimal, but...
Youths these days. Each stranger than the next. But back to the main issue at hand. Since we are both very certain that this is where the final leyline disruptor is, let's dig it up. Well, this is indeed it. Of that there is no doubt. What is it, youngster? You seem relieved.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that this round's fine. There shouldn't be any more innocent creatures getting wrapped up. As for the points, I guess we can draw lots again later. I can't think of anything...
All right. In that case, let's all head back to our...
Looks like the second round is over. I wonder who is faster, Kaveh or Madame Farzan? Huh? Where's Madame Farzan?
She went to get water. She'll be back shortly. We basically arrived at the same time, so we'd like to draw lots again.
You get caught up in some things so easily, like drawing lots.
I'm not caught up in anything. Don't make it sound like I take pleasure in having bad luck.
Really? Then should I say that you have a curious affinity for drawing lots?
I'll go get the box and slips of paper for the lots. Please wait a moment.
Oh, here we go again. Let's see how I fare.
Ничего
I
себе.
got it! Did you see that? I won!
Congratulations.
Looks like Kaveh's luck's taking a turn.
Finally! After all this time!
It looks like you've been rewarded for your tribulations in the desert. This
And with that, our second round is done. Sino, Layla, and Kaveh are our victorious contestants. As for the current standings, Sino and Layla both have 4 points, putting them both in first place. The rest in descending order are Tainari, Farazan, Kaveh, and Hakai.
А, второй 4-3-2, что ли? Три, два. Так, Кавик тогда же не один получил. Подожди, у Лайлы же 1 балл за первое испытание. Почему 3 балла дали?
The next round will be the final one. Please rest up before then, everyone. I heard that some stalls at the Wisdom Gala are debuting new games, so feel free to drop.
Подожди, а почему 3? Должно быть, типа... Лайла в прошлом раунде заняла... Кто ты, тварь? Так он ушел. Ага. А Сайна? Ладно, халявные 20 гемов. Такая на территории... Ладно. Мне никогда не понять этих разрабов.
It feels like something's been on your mind this entire time.
Traveler, Paimon. I finally found you.
Finally?
Don't you feel like there's something off about this year's academia? When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, we might have caught sight of some mercs on business. Thing is, they were disguised as tourists here to shop, but no disguise can mask the stench of blood. Just from their suspicious looks, I bet they do dirty work like kidnapping or assassinations.
We eavesdropped on them for a while.
Sachin? Isn't that the person who Karina mentioned during the opening? He's apparently the sponsor behind the competition prizes and the diadem of...
Sounds like a rich person, all right. It makes sense now. The Eremites have been struggling. In their words,
the extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumeru City. Dia and I wanted to do...
I would have tied him up. Who's legally supposed to...
Thanks a million.
Not at all.
Yeah, don't sweat it. But this is...
Should you require our...
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Ugh. Hey, isn't that the mantra?
Hello, both. It's been a while. Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. Goodness. Though I suppose it's not all that surprising. The growing popularity of the extravaganza has given him quite...
Well,
to tell you the truth, our only lead... Assuming he remains...
So, they
I would assume not. Don't you worry. All of that said, the sooner we ascertain...
Fair point. Yes, we should...
None, I'm afraid. I've heard that I'll hate the...
Good idea! Okay, we'll head back to the
Нахуя так текст это задание растягивать?
Hey, Nilu?
Hatham?
We're trying to track down...
Oh, I see. He's always the first to leave after the competition ends, and he never...
Huh. Yeah, actually, that sounds a bit...
Let me think. To be honest, he doesn't seem to him. Being a commentator is just extra work he was roped into. Do you guys know of any places he'd go after work?
Ooh, Paimon remembers that his house isn't that far from here.
А внутри у него дом больше, чем снаружи. Тук-тук.
No answer? Maybe no one's home. Hello?
Oh, it's you two?
Oh, Kaveh, you're home!
Come on in. I'll get the door for you.
We didn't hear a peep when we first knocked. We thought no one was home.
Well, I can't be too careful. If someone from the academia came here looking for Al-Haytham, and I opened the door for them without thinking, before long...
You're pretty conscientious about... So, what happens if someone comes in...
It's fine, as long as I stay in my own room. Anyway, why would someone just barge in here looking for him? Most people have better things.
Fair enough. So
What do you think? Who knows what he does in his free time? All that matters to me is that he's... I wouldn't call it that. He's just incapable of saying anything. I told him how the second round went. I won the lot draw, remember? Because of good karma, of course. My luck's on the rise. But him, being him... Oh, you wouldn't You're always quick to remind me that you're my upperclassman, and yet you do not problem-solve in the manner becoming of an upperclassman. This begs the question of why we attach prestige to seniority at all. What does he mean, manner becoming of an upperclassman? What, am I supposed to earn the title of upperclassman now? And he didn't stop there. He said, I'd encourage you to reflect on why you've ended up having to rely on luck every round. Frankly, it's incomprehensible to me how you've managed to make it to this age without acknowledging the proverbial elephant in the room of your life. I've had it with him. Every time I talk to him, it's the same way. He finds a way to infuriate me every single Anyway, the disdain is very much mutual between us, so I'll be moving out as soon as possible. I'm actually packing my things right now. He'll have to get used to doing his... See those perfectly hung paintings on the walls? They're coming with me too. If his life wasn't utterly devoid of artistic sensibility already, it certainly will...
Wait, you're moving out already? But the competition isn't even...
Well, obviously I can't just yet. I'm just packing early to get ahead of the game. I've got my new place picked out already. The moment I have my hands on the prize money, I'm going to buy it and move my thing. I now know what I have to do to achieve this goal. No matter what happens in the third round, I will win. I will emerge...
Well, we'll be rooting for you.
In what way?
Layla said that she thinks you'll get caught up in internal...
Meaning what exactly? Oh, don't tell me you think I have serious personality flaws too.
Oh, we didn't say that. But think about it. You say you want to win, but you also turned Farozan down when she offered to give you her points. Plus, you took it upon yourself...
Wait, what's so unusual about all that? I gave you my reasons. I would have felt guilty otherwise. Where's the conflict in that?
По идее, кстати, Фарузан, он с Фарузан должен быть на одном и том же месте. Она за...
Well, when you put it like that, yes, why indeed? It's a good question. I guess it's just...
But thinking like that all the time must make your life so exhausting. Not to mention that by helping out, you put yourself...
It's complicated. Look, let's maybe leave this conversation for another time. What was it you needed Alhaitham? Sachin? Huh. He did actually... I remember he brought a few documents home that day. He was thinking out loud as he looked through them, making some notes and doodling as he went. He even suggested that I should take a look, but I didn't. Give me a moment. Ah, this is the one.
You sure
With taking liberties? He's certainly okay with helping himself to my beer whenever he pleases. And anyway, he did ask me if I wanted to read his notes. I didn't see the point at the time, so he doesn't leave documents lying around unless he's okay with other people reading them. It's fine, I promise.
Cool, if you say so.
Фух. Так, я тогда хотел это дома смотреть. Так, здесь же ничего. Камера.
That was a lot of information. So, to sum up, he even said...
What? Are you all of Sachin's wealth? That's more than I could spend in a lifetime, surely. Heck, if I got chosen, I'd be able to pay off all... I could build another Palace of Alcazar's Array. Except this time, I'd make it 10 times... Oh, then there's that new project in Port Ormos, of course. The bridge renovation. To do it properly would take upwards of...
Hey, stop that!
You're right. First, I need to focus on winning and...
Huh? Wait a moment. Did Alhaitham write this? It looks like he was jotting ideas down as he was thinking things over. Sachin, dead or alive, unknown. And
play an
Let me see. Huh. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. Hmm? There's another smaller line of text on...
Wow! It's so cool that you can actually read this script!
We worked together on a project once when we were students. The title was Decoding the Runes and Architectural Philosophy of the Ruins of King Dash...
Oh, interesting! So...
Who knows? The way his mind works is one of the great mysteries...
Fair enough! Well, guess we've learned all we can here. Yeah, he better...
Divination is about...
Paimon just heard that the Matra have arrested some Eremites who snuck into the city. Maybe they... Let's go to the Academia and check with Arav.
You're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you.
What did you find out?
Well, the mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. We just had someone dress up as Sachin and they took the bait. But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation, we learned...
What? Why would someone want to kidnap...
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg. We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and...
Sure! Let's go get...
Пайман. Я тебе голосу сейчас отрежу. Соглашаться на все, что, блядь, лезет и не лезет в ворота. Это даже что-то ничего не выдадут.
Are you sure this is the right place? Something feels... off.
I'm positive.
Boss, we got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real culprit? It's this guy. He hired us to kidnap Sachin.
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't with them?
With who? Who did...
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that, some guy wearing green came along and interrogated us for a bit.
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole... If you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're...
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree life, not giving a second thought, as if that's not bad enough already. He went and put his entire fortune in the care of the Academia, along with a contract saying that one day he'd pass it all on to a genius he admired. That's my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give me what's mine, I'll just have to take it from him. Of course! Didn't he say he would be here somewhere, watching? So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the Academia doesn't agree to hand over the goods, I make him publicly announce that I'm his chosen genius. No, the old fart knows how to stay hidden. I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows what a madman's truly capable of. Diadem of Knowledge? You mean that thing he donated to the Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. He sold a lot of ass. Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we'd hear a high-pitched voice coming from the Also, before donating it to the Academia, he once shut himself in that same storeroom and something was already seriously wrong with him by that point.
What do you mean, something wrong with...
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression when he finally did, I asked if I could see what he'd written. Part of me wonders whether he'd...
Okay,
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. But if you do see whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eyes.
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Thanks for providing. Do you still have any lingering concerns?
Yeah,
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this matter. Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back...
You're finally back. Where have you been? I looked everywhere for you.
We were out capturing some bad guys who wanted... But that's not important right now. We think there might be something wrong with the diadem.
The diadem? That seems... The diadem of knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2 decades, always without incident. Why has this come up now? This is pretty... Okay, here's the situation. The diadem is currently in Mount Deima. In the 3rd round, contestants have to go into Mount Deima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. The first person to do this gets 4 points. Considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner of the whole competition. As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. You might not make it. I'll mark the diadem's location for you. Please head there immediately.
All right, let's go. That's weird. The locator stopped working. Is the forest interfering with it? Uh-oh. This place looks empty. Did someone already take it? Well, we might...
Oh, looks like Layla has seized the diadem. But getting to the goal won't be easy.
That guy enters the fray.
Тебе 0 очков, что вообще...
Ours son's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
It's Kaveh's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner.
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me.
What just happened to me?
Something's wrong.
At long last, someone to inherit my estate, and with it, my research.
Я, кстати, ставил либо на Кавиха, либо на Лайлу. Кстати, на удивление, Лайла активно бегала. Мне, кстати, понравилась анимация. Прям очень. Правда, то, что Рекс пытался, как мать, затащить глаз Бога, это было интересно.
Come, Kaveh.
How do you know my name? Who are...
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a fragment of Sachin's mind. Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff than he. More cognizant of the trials and tribulations of this. We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. So please, pay attention. You have all performed outstandingly in this Interdashon Championship. The Academia has many rare talents, but if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only because you were victorious, but also due to our similar...
Me?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists. 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think I saw there? Alas, conflict over water sources, robbing of merchant caravans, exploitation of the people. The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly. I wished desperately to find a way to save them.
So, did you find a way?
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahumana knowledge to find the end. I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human nature, and even sought out the scholars living deep in the desert who called themselves the Lost Darshan. But in the end, I found that the answer it was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity's very nature. Our nature begets conflict, And conflict begets. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history. But what I discovered was that history offers no such guidance. After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. Consumed by an overwhelming sense of emptiness. I could know, but before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of one's consciousness.
As I thought. The contract you signed with the Academia was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to—
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning human nature. The Academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so, with a handsome reward to draw out the worthiest of individuals,
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people. Such a person would have a clearer understanding of humanity, society, and the world.
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable of following through on your wishes after inheriting your wealth.
you are highly intelligent. Yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. To me, this is also part whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence in pleasure-seeking. My research will have progressed. I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. I regret the unbearable weight of its history. And I lament and this, Kaveh, my dear child.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything you owned? For me to do with?
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the job. Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at our...
Huh?
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them. I guess that'll be the end of that.
А я сразу понял, что разрабы они не дадут Кавиху съехать от Аль-Хаттама. Ну не дадут. Разрабы они не такие. Они свои приколы, которые посеяли, так до конца и будут посеивать. Это вам не Мону переселить.
Kaveh. Are you all right? Any
I'm fine. Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about me.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task prior to that. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. Points-wise, as the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained the rights to inherit. For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your...
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well then, let's use what he left behind to change it. Rejecting the world will achieve nothing. He and I, we're not the same.
All right. As the scribe, I will make a record of this incident on file. The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin's estate is to be used.
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research for him. But what I do know is that by ending this here, no contestants will have to suffer. We won't be the last. There will be more championships to come, and countless future scholars will follow in our... Sachin's words can only cause pain, but not anymore. We're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. Fine by me. I'll bear that responsibility. It's the least I can do. And, well, it's the only thing
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism that many aspire to, but few dare follow through with. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. You have long been aware of what your flaws are, but your pride alone prevents you from... Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh, on behalf of the organizing committee, it is my honor to congratulate you on your victory.
What? Please. I don't need your insincere Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused on the competition, not my view.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need to prepare for the award.
Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head over and check it out.
Опа, гриб. Чё? Так это же проходит... Господи. Вот вы меня заебать не можете. Не заебать не можете, да, разрабы? Я, блядь, спать уже...
Hey, Dia, you're back. Are these two friends of yours?
Мне похуй.
Anyway, they've become extreme. They even attack...
Even the most ferocious...
That's right. A portion of their... Yeah. And a few days ago, rather than saying...
Wait,
You heard me right. If their only goal is... Unfortunately... Oh, one last thing we discovered was that...
It sounds mighty strange to me, too. Gotta say, though, I didn't expect...
Nah.
What he said. Yeah. And while they went to talk, any survivors of the... We rushed over as soon as... Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind... Now that we know you'll have a case...
Hey, what about... Of course.
Oh.
Even if she had...
Oh, one other thing. We held another recruitment. The deputy put a lot of...
sorry to...
Gotta admit. Now, if only the
The awkward silence...
Hey, didn't... Huh? What?
I don't...
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment
All right.
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over here.
Are they?
There aren't many rules or graces when it comes... If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yep. But we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct and getting it... That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. Hey, knucklehead...
Yeah, all you gotta do?
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my...
Will do. You...
А при чем тут это было? Они меня просто заставили это сделать по приколу. Что за идиотизм? Подожди, я просто так 60 примагион получил.
Thank you all for your excellent performance. Finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite our champion, Kaveh, to the stage to receive... Typically a
at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting them with their award. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision to...
Sachin's estate is getting
so much, Mora. And
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their lives for the better. Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words, Kaveh? I'm sure many of our...
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won, even though I'd say luck played a big part in that. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. It shouldn't be up to one person to make a judgment on. Not him, and not me either. Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So, I guess that's all. I'll leave it there, thanks very much.
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card. Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
All right, I'll take the card. But as for project proposals, forget it.
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over. Let's give our champion Kaveh one last big round of applause.
Не, лицо Сайна того, что карточку...
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough for me to live in...
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on, we've still...
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving speeches, but this one was just so...
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't look happy at all, but whatever else happens...
I suppose... Oh, wait. Sino said he wanted the card.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you should...
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just give it to him. Could you pass...
Whoa, whoa! This is a super big deal! You should do it...
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue.
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use for it than I.
But it's a limited edition. Are you sure you want to give it?
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just tell me what's wrong and I will help.
That's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing...
All right. In that case, I accept your generosity. But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply... How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous...
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
1 million more at the very least.
Huh? How much?
1 million more?
If you feel that's too low.
1 million more for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these, shiny ones, don't you?
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed, but not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General But really, it's fine. I'd feel bad taking more.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot. I can spare...
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity. Living with debt is miserable.
Блин, я хочу сохранить этот голос Сайна, то как он Блин, иначе говорит, это карта. Чуть не кончил он, блин, от этого.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience.
I don't...
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora. Thanks to you, I have achieved my goal for participating in this tournament.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over. In fact, let me treat you all to a meal later. Bring Tainari and Kale, too.
Well, this is what they call all's well that ends. Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing. Let's go check.
Мне очень интересно будет к Лайле сходить.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting edge by everyone in that.
Really? Well, then, sure, Madame Farazan.
Farazan! Nilu! Even Dia and Kip!
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling. Madame Farazan here is pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she decided...
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Never mind. We can let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green?
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks. This is
Wait. Madame Farazan's right. That style is a classic. And used to be mainstream fashion. If you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's not often.
Sure.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep...
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition.
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area of research?
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. You were representing the Haravatat Darsh. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
Почему? Преподаватели же на «вы» все время к ученикам обращаются.
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan. And I'd like to learn from you for a while. If I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange. But I look forward to learn.
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry. Study under me, and I promise you, you will get the best teaching available.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any further. See you in class.
Я только сейчас понял про халат розовый с У моей бабушки есть такой.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but congratulations.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like to...
Sorry, we can't. Oh, by the way, I don't know where Hakai went. We just saw Layla, but she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to...
Ratahoa students? They must be... Oh, she didn't end up winning, so...
О, она у своего киоска. Слушай, это хорош.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh, stop it. If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so...
I just got...
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they give you. You are a genuine genius.
Oh, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate, and that's final. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. We haven't seen Hakai since the end of the competition.
А чего вы?
I can't believe it. But in the end, finally...
Умница. Почему мы Тинари не проведали? Ну и ладно. Чё ты провалилась-то? Вот они.
Are you
точно,
sure
он
you have
сказал,
enough
что
to
и
cover
позовет
this?
всегда.
Don't blow it all at once.
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here!
Ooh, look at all this! Good food, here we come!
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Farazan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did. We couldn't find Hakai, though.
Alhaitham's gone missing in action, too. Huh. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal, he disappears without a trace. That guy. Where the heck could he have... Well, whatever.
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting at least some amount of deliberation.
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix of... He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me. It gave me a splitting headache. Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to misfortune...
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the Mantra would step in and ban it.
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the research as soon as you've inherited the wealth. But that wouldn't have been your style.
Блин, Калея сейчас просто сидит такая... Что здесь происходит?
I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate. He chose you.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Kale. It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you always include him in the conversation.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been here.
He's here? Where? Why didn't...
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
Oh, that was horrifying. It literally sent chills down my spine.
Saida, хорош.
Didn't say that before we started eating.
All right, enough about Alhaitham. Tainari, did you achieve what you wanted out of the champ?
I did. In the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people. They told their friend. Oh, are you free next month? You should come along. Maybe even say a few...
About what? I don't know the first thing about anything.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture. Or ask everyone not to chop down too many trees the next time they're building a house.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time. Has everyone had enough to eat?
I'm full. Thanks. I'm super full, too.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too. This is a good...
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places as backup options, though.
There are other good places around here, too? Oh, and don't forget to invite us if you go. There's nothing we love...
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
Since everyone is free,
what? Eager to show off your new limited edition card, are you?
Not to show off. This is my way of thanking you for your help. Only my best friend will have the...
All right, sure. I didn't bring my deck with me, though, so I'll need...
Actually, Master, I made a new one a few days back.
Don't tell me you've been spending all your study hours playing cards.
Come on, no need to be so stern. They do say that your innate interests are your best...
О! Спасибо за новые рецептики.
Scores are the only clear measure of performance.
It looks like this Inter-Darshan Championships around. All that stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials at somewhere beginning with... It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stash, right? Holy smokes, you're right. He said he spent all the... All right then, let's head...
Серьезно? А просто закончиться и не могло все? Люмин, почему тебя это гложет? Блять.
To run into you here.
Oh, hey, Thumb. What are you doing here? And what are you reading?
Sachin's notes? Yes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents and became interested in his research. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough, I came here and found his research.
Wait. So, are you alright?
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these notes seek to convey. Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic. Empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, I am not the same sort of person as such. Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever to others. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone can, and that reality is like the material here. Objective.
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read?
As a scholar, Sachin was, without a doubt, he laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results, and drew logical conclusions. In that sense, one might
So, people are bad? And things can only...
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly. You can ask them instead. All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, being correct means nothing at all. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism. By their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend the notion, but sadly, all viewpoints will find their support. All right then, I got what I came for. These research...
Wait, so you came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together.
Get-together? Ah, yes, that makes...
Guess what? Kaveh treated it...
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
And there he goes. Well, it seems like he really wasn't affected by this research. He said that someone else would answer our question.
О, Нахида. Доброе утро.
Traveler, Paimon, you're already here. Nahida! Oh, and that guy. Wait, so you asked him to take part in the championship? Yes, it was me. Are you surprised? Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you switch it out for... Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life researching this topic, and these are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away all his hard work searching for the truth. So instead, I had Hat Guy...
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't you like it? Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to more people, he would have intervened at a suitable moment.
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned his nose up at his life's work. Pretty hilarious.
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need is more reasons to be indebted to you.
Nahida, what did you mean by Sachin's research is... Put it this way instead. Truth to me is like a shroom boar. Some people only see the mushroom on the shroom boar's back, and they conclude that the shroom boar is a mushroom. Others see only the shroom boar's body, and they declare that the shroom boar is a boar. Still others look deeper inside, and determine that the shroom boar is meat. These conclusions are all correct in their own way, but none of them objectively describe the shroom boar. Paimon kinda gets it. The world is the same way. No one,
not even I included, can understand it in its entirety. Within the confines of our limited knowledge, some may blindly believe in the beauty of this world. In truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now, but what ultimately, my duty as the God of Wisdom is to guide every form of wisdom to a place where it can find—
That was a long speech. So what are you actually going to do?
Because Kaveh, as the successor of this research, does not wish to see these ideas disseminated, I will seal it up. But even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. If someone wishes to follow in his footsteps in the future, I will not stop them. I also look forward to the day that a member of the Vahumana Darshan can not only comprehend his theories, but also find a way out from the despair as well.
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait, you're not intending to keep me in Vahumana long term, are you? I don't remember signing up to become a scholar. Don't you think I'm useful enough to you as a prisoner?
Обычный заключенный.
Oh boy, here we go. You think so? Well, to that, I would say that in Sumeru, even prisoners have a right to an education. I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate, and learn how best— I will reveal your final thesis myself. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr.
"20 years ago, the Academia had just received Sachin's estate. To celebrate the huge investment, the Academia Extravaganza that year, I was very young then. And I remember seeing posters for the Interdarshan Championship all over the city. I couldn't help but mention it to my father. So he said, "Why don't I win it, so I can let you play with it for a few days?" That made me very happy, and I nodded enthusiastically. But to my surprise, later, he left home, saying that he wanted to do some investigating in the desert. For many years, I couldn't face up to it at all. If I just kept my mouth shut.
Wait, so the person we came across in our investigation?
Is that why Sachin thought I looked familiar? My father was always too kind for his own good. Sachin's research would have saddened him greatly. He must have gone into the desert when he heard about it to find those who were still suffering. I've tried telling myself so many times over the years that maybe his sudden depression wasn't because he didn't win the competition. Maybe something else was going on.
Oh.
Don't worry. I destroyed...
Расходимся, кафе в холме не будет. Опа, кассета. Все, да? Теперь ничего не будет. Я завершил, да? Да. Все, я все завершил. На этом будем с вами где? На этом будем с вами заканчивать. Да, снова кого-то хп нет. На этом будем с вами заканчивать. С вами был я, Рок. Всем удачи, всем пока.